people of the Udi tribe, or by their old name Uti, which formed on Azerbaijani territories approximately 2,500 years ago, live in the niche village of Gabala Region. Udis are one of 26 tribes which have played a special role in the formation of Caucasian Albania. You can strike the information about ancestors of this ethnic group in the histories of the Greek author Herodotus, who lived in the 5th century before Christ, the Geographic of Strabo, the 1st century BC, the Book of Ptolemy with the same name, works of Guy Pliny Secunda, Licinius Quadratus, and many other writings of ancient authors. What values keep together and even join Azerbaijanis and Utis with their various languages, religions and cultures? What secrets stay behind this commitment, which has not changed by centuries and which is strengthening day by day? Today, all these questions will be answered by Udis, who densely populate the niche village of Gabala region.
Tolerance in Azerbaijan has very deep roots. We Udis are a vivid example of tolerance in Azerbaijan. If one ethnicity, one nation could conserve their language, their religion, and keep the traditions, it means that we have been provided with all conditions. So Udis stayed here.
Kendimiz bizim ocağımızdı.
Our village is our home. When we come back to our village, we become very happy. It feels like all the world is yours.
In order to get to know one nation better, first of all, you should know their language. Although the history of the Udi language goes back to the ancient times, this language is studied in the modern era, the time that coincides with Azerbaijan's state independence. The stone inscriptions at the historical cemetery in the niche village prove the antiquity of the Udi language, which consists of 52 letters. This language is taught by the teachers of the village school, attended by both Azerbaijani and Udi students. I have been sent to America to study and work on the language. When I came back from America, I started to work on my mother tongue. We have prepared the new alphabet of the Udin language with Latin letters. Books for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 1st school grades were published also. However, in the structure of the Udi language, there are some loan ancient Turkic words from languages of other Turkic peoples who populated the Azerbaijani lands at that time.
Our language has so many interesting words as ancient Turkic words and ancient Azerbaijani words. For example, the word wu, we call it ul. Ul is an ancient Turkic word. The word the great-grandfather, ulu baba, to eul, ulamak, and others are used in Azerbaijani language. There are so many common words. Such elements still exist in our language.
Udis, who worshipped the sun and the moon in ancient times, in the 4th century converted to Christianity and have preserved their religion to the present day. Despite certain hardships in 7th, 8th centuries, when Arabs came to these territories and started to disseminate Islam, Udis did conserve their Christian religion. Later, Udis started to learn more about their religion and celebrate common holidays of Christians. One of these religious holidays, which is celebrated in the niche village every year, is Easter. Udis living in niche celebrate the Easter holiday in a special manner. Everybody, from small children to the elderly, look forward to it. There is consistency in the Easter holiday, and it is celebrated in the same manner by all the Christian world in compliance with the tradition. The Arsenovich family living in niche does it too. Today is the Easter holiday, so we lay the holiday table at home as we do every year. We paint the Easter eggs with onion peel and put these colored eggs on the table. My granddaughters, Carmelite and her sister, are looking forward to this holiday. They tap the red eggs and say poems. When finished to prepare for the Easter celebration, all members of an Udi family gather at the dinner table. Here at the table, adults speak about the Easter holiday with kids, while children tap the red eggs painted with onion peel, the attribute of the Easter.
Alison, kalbanısadan sıkat varini ufa, o şahidin angilisine. Bana ko ufa dövünce.
Okna hodin tumbala, nanay baba shumbala, usumba ashletaki, mabaka shumbala.
Ay молодец, молодец.
As any family in the Niche village, the Arsenovic head for the ancient Albanian church in the village, Jotari, when the time comes to pass out religious rites on Easter ceremony. The Jotari church, which was built in 1723 at the expense of local residents in Niche, carries the name of one neighborhood in the village. Annually, Udis gather at the temple to celebrate the Easter ceremony. There are a lot of specific customs. One of them is that the holiday table in the church is laid with the dishes that are cooked and brought by the residents. You have to fast for 40 days on the occasion of Easter, as it is another Easter tradition. Of course, there are certain rules of this. People fast for 40 days on the Easter holiday. In the meantime, we eat foods that do not bleed, such as macaroni, vermicelli dishes, and we fry everything with the vegetable oil. So we keep fasting for 40 days, and thanks God, after this fasting, we go to the church and celebrate Easter. Today, Udis celebrate Easter holiday by all the traditions. However, in the past, during the Soviet times, the Niche residents faced some bans on this holiday. Therefore, the Udis were forced to celebrate Easter in secret.
Despite the bans of the government in the Soviet period, we still celebrated the Easter holiday. We tried not to lose our holiday. Of course, we made it in different ways. We celebrated it on the other holiday, on May 1st, so we don't have problems with the government. Now, thanks God, after Azerbaijan gained its independence and became a tolerant country, all the conditions have been provided by the state, so we celebrate our holidays as we wish. Although we cannot perform all the customs and traditions, we do hope that it will be fine over time.
After Azerbaijan gained independence, a lot of Soviet restrictions were lifted. However, the habit to celebrate the Easter holiday in May on the Labor Day still exists. Since May 1st, 1920, the Labor Day was an official holiday in Azerbaijan until 1992, when it lost its official status, and later it was completely forgot. However, every year on May 1st, Niche Udis perform some ancient traditions and continue to mark this holiday.
It was not allowed to hold the religious holidays. Nevertheless, people were celebrating May Day as the Easter since it got absorbed to the life of the people. That's why no one can forbid to celebrate Easter in May again. Children grow up with this tradition and they continue conserving it.
It is possible to get information about the history of each nation, not only from written sources, but also from the culture samples, which have become folklore. As other nations living in Azerbaijan, Udis too have the folklore collective, which has performed at various festivals each year, earning awards for 20 years. The latest award of them was earned on the 6th International Silkway Festival in Sheki, where other minorities took part too. Being one of the ethnic minorities in Azerbaijan and a member of the ancient Caucasian Albania, Udis still preserve their customs, religions, beliefs, and culture. And the most important thing is that they protect and conserve their language and transmit it to future generations. By saying Udi poems, these girls show that they are Udi, and their innocent happiness stresses that their motherland is Azerbaijan.